What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Breaker Bros. And tonight we're going to predict the Bengals versus Giants game Sunday night. Still kind of surprised it wasn't flexed out, but
Hey, it's the Giants, man. Big market.
yeah, I guess. Well, I was always kind of surprised with some of the primetime games against the teams that we're playing, but I mean, in general, I mean, I think it's looking to be a pretty good matchup. I mean, obviously, it seems like it's a must-win for the Bengals, but I think the Giants.
Hey, we're on the same page. We're must-win brothers tonight, huh?
Well, I mean, statistically, it's not. Or if you're just looking at the numbers, it's not a must-win. But in terms of like confidence and trying to build that momentum, yeah, I think it is a must-win game.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's just silly to add that unnecessary pressure, but I mean, in some cases, pressures can be good. So
I think this team likes pressure.
Yeah.
But I guess it's white shirt day today, white T-shirt. So if you're watching us, and you want to join in, put on your white T-shirt, white hat if you have it. Black hat's okay too. Orange hat's fine, but you're looking good, Josh. Looking fresh, man. It's like we coordinated this.
Well, it's weird because I know the Bengals are wearing their all white, white jerseys, white pants. So it's like we're fitting in.
That's right.
No white helmets though. Just white jerseys, white pants.
Okay. It's like a painter's outfit.
I don't know.
So
I like
must win. We're channeling a must win.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if there was any week for the Bengals defense to get on track, I'm thinking against the Giants. Not to say that they aren't explosive or can't be explosive, especially against the way the Bengals defense have been playing, but
It'll be interesting because Malik Neighbors is out. So Malik Neighbors has been an absolute like stud this year. Just has done a lot to carry that offense. So it's good that he's not there, but secondary is still an issue for the Bengals. And I think the Giants have been kind of feisty, I guess is the word I like to use for this kind of thing. They're a dangerous team. They're not good. Bengals aren't good either, but the Giants have been, I don't want to say overperforming, but they've kept things closer than you would expect because they can make some noise.
yeah, no, I feel like last week didn't they do well in terms of creating pressure on the defensive line?
Yeah, I think their defense is good. The question is their offense good enough that Danny Dimes is going to outplay Joe Burrow, right? That's pretty much it.
And I guess that's another thing. I feel like the Giants, especially Daniels, I feel like he has him. Or wait, who's their quarterback?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. Okay, I was thinking like Jaden Daniels for some reason, but no.
No. We already got smoked by that guy.
Yeah.
Luckily, we don't have to play him this week.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't really perform that well, or at least the last year or so, he hasn't played that well at home. I want to say he hasn't had a touchdown in like a year at home.
Yeah, but I mean, Bengals like to give away touchdowns on defense, so it might be his lucky week. I mean, is there a bet that you can make that he's going to score a touchdown this week? I would make that bet.
A passing touchdown?
Either or, man.
I think he's more likely to score a rushing touchdown than a passing
it.
touchdown.
I parlayed a Daniel Jones passing touchdown and Daniel Jones rushing touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a rushing touchdown.
I'm not bet on it, but that seems like a good way to multiply the units of value you have. Taking from someone who has not predicted a single outcome correct this season. Except maybe I got last week right. Maybe I did. I don't know. I guess we could check. Did we get anything right about last week? Let's see. What was the over? Over was 49. No, I said the under, right? That's 38-45. So I got that wrong. I did get the Ravens win. The Ravens covered, but yeah.
Yeah, no, last week was kind of weird because, like, especially at the start of the game, it didn't feel like the Bengals were going to score 38 points, but it ended up being 41-38. But
it's just like, I mean, Zach Taylor likes his slow starts, man. It's all part of the allure of Zach Taylor offense, Zach Taylor team. You got to start slow.
Well, I guess another plus thing is that it's going to be Sunday night, so I feel like that's like another little thing that should get the Bengals a little bit amped up.
Yeah,
because I feel like they tend to play, for the most part, better in prime time.
Yeah. But I mean, to me, it doesn't matter how you do it. They absolutely have to win this game.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
This is. I mean, I don't think they're a playoff team this year, but like this is getting to the point where like they keep losing, they're not going to have any wide receivers after this season. You know, I mean, why Chase isn't going to put up with this crap.
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying, man.
Well,
they win 4 or 5 games this year. Say goodbye to all the good vibes.
Well, I am interested to see how well the defensive line plays this week, because I think overall they did look a bit better last week against the Ravens. If you look at it overall compared to previous weeks, but now they're a little bit more healthy. So yeah. I'm interested to see if there's going to be a noticeable difference.
They finally was week 6. They finally have, as you alluded to, the full defensive line that we thought that they would have week 1, right? They have everybody back now. So you have Sheldon Rankins and BJ Hill, right? You got the 2 rookies, McKinley Jackson and Jenkins. So that's the 2 deep that we were missing. I mean, they should be more stout, and you're playing against a team that really isn't really a rushing team. So I feel like their weakness is going to be masked a little bit. Plus, they're going to have the guys back. Plus, you know, as Chris Berman would say, this is a circle the wagons kind of moment. So I feel like the defensive line is going to play well, but I'm starting to think that the defensive line isn't really the problem.
Who do you think it's Lou?
No, I don't think it's Lou.
So what is the problem? Geno Stone.
Look at the defense grade for him.
45. Oh, no, 37.
37.8. So I was watching the game, and I was thinking, like, he looks like he's not even in the play, you know? And I'm like, well, maybe I just don't know what I'm looking at, right? So I wanted to see what the grade was, and the grade is terrible. Absolutely terrible. 37.8. That's just trash, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's obviously not a good grade at all.
No.
But I wouldn't just put it on one person, though.
I would.
I think
He's not doing anything. He's just not doing anything.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, he could perform a lot better. Obviously.
Yeah, but how are they getting beat? Over the top.
A little bit of everything.
Underneath. Yeah, because the safety's not showing up.
Yeah, but it's not him missing all the tackles, and because that was the problem.
Yeah, because he's not even involved in the tackles.
Right, but I'm just saying it's
he's
not just one person.
He's playing like a guy who isn't even like. There are some plays where you watch with Geno Stone in it, and it's like, is he even there? Like, if he just walked off the field in the middle of the play, would it have changed the outcome at all? Right. And then, like, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm being hard. And I was like, well, how did Jordan Battle look last year? Right. And he graded out much better.
How many snaps did he play though?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Jordan Battle.
Yeah. Why?
But,
I mean, why is he not playing?
yeah, I don't know. I get a sense that, well, from what I understood, I guess he wasn't picking up the playbook or something at the beginning of the year. Something to the extent where
Yeah.
I guess Coach Lou didn't think he was far enough along to where I guess he could trust him to put him out there. But I also get a sense that like coverage ability is not necessarily a strong suit. Jordan Battle. I don't know. That's why I've always been kind of like a big fan of Dejon Anthony in the long run. Just because it seems like he covers really well, or he can cover a lot of ground. How fast is yeah. Oh, they don't have it.
Career 64.2. They have a speed?
No.
No speed.
But yeah, either way, I would like to see more of the younger players sprinkled in throughout the game a little bit more. Because I mean, at this point, it can't hurt.
I just feel like the Bengals' luck with signing free agents has kind of run out. You know, I mean, he's been bad, like real bad.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say because like we don't know like the play that's being called. So I'm sure there's some aspects to the grade that's not going to be 100% accurate. Like I'm not saying he's not playing bad, but at the same time, I don't think it's as worse as
unless the play is like, hey Gino, you go stay 30 yards from everybody and make sure you don't get dirty and make sure you don't hit anybody. Then yeah, I mean, if that's how they're drawing it up, then maybe it's a coaching issue. But
yeah, I just think the defense as a whole hasn't been playing that well, or at least to their standard. Because I know part of it is injuries, and I get that, but I mean, because even Cam Taylor-Britt was giving up big plays, and basically all the way through the first four or 5 weeks, they haven't really been tackling that well.
Making plays too. Like it's one thing to make mistakes, it's another to like just be like not even making any impact. And I just feel like that's the problem on the defense. I mean, right there.
I mean, it really feels like maybe the linebackers are the only unit on the defense that has been playing consistently good, where you can't be like, well, they could have done this a little bit better. It really feels like the DBs and defensive line have been consistently messing up.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, this week is like will be telling because I don't feel like the Giants are really good at either running the ball or without Neighbors, I don't think they have a very dynamic passing game. So we'll see what happens this week. I mean, it'll tell you what the issue is, right? Because you should be able to limit their rushing ability and you should be able to limit their throwing ability, and whichever unit gives up the most yards or whichever aspect of the game yields the most yards is going to be telling in terms of what the true weak link in the defense is.
Well, that, and I also feel like you can kind of get into Daniel Jones's head a little bit. So I hope they can create some type of pressure, whether it's just, well, they haven't really shown it with just their normal pass rush. So, I mean, I feel like they're going to have to continue to blitz here and there. Just to keep the pressure up. Can you show that view where it's like offense versus defense?
Yeah.
I feel like BJ Hill's grade increased a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he had a pretty strong game last week.
Yeah. I mean, I think that this defensive line is going to be a hold up. Going to be able to hold up. Because the Giants' defensive or offensive line isn't great. I mean, the receivers aren't great. You know, 51st best running back. I mean, after playing against Lamar Jackson, I feel like Daniel Jones is going to feel like a day off.
Yeah.
But again, if you look at this, what is the glaring issue? I mean, like, who's the worst player on this field?
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're going by PFF grades, then yeah, obviously Geno.
Well, but also what I saw. That's the thing. Like, I was watching the game and, like, you know, like I was there, so I was watching the whole field, and I'm like, he's just playing so far deep. It's like he's not doing anything. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'm being unfair. And then you see it confirm what you saw, from my perspective, confirm what I saw, right? And I'm just like, wow. How can I see this but nobody else see it? You know?
Well, I mean, that's part of what a safety should be doing is that they technically shouldn't be getting beat deep, but
well, he gets beat deep. He doesn't make tackles. He doesn't support the run. He doesn't cover anybody. He just kind of, I don't know. I mean, just keeps his jersey clean the whole game.
He was the one that tackled Derrick Henry before he scored a touchdown, or he would have scored a touchdown, but that was already like way too late.
Yeah.
I think that was the one where Von Bell took a bad angle or whatever, but I don't know. I do think in general too that the defense has been underperforming.
For sure.
But yeah, I still feel like this. If there was any week, this is the week. Hopefully, they can gain some confidence, be disruptive. Hopefully, create a few turnovers.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if
feel
they get a decent pass rush.
the team is due for like a complete team performance where they just blow somebody out. I don't feel like this is the week. I feel like this is going to be like a gut check week where they're just going to have to grind out a victory, like an ugly win kind of thing. But like, I mean, it'll be interesting because it's just like,
Can you flip it?
yeah.
It kills me how low they have Mims rated, but I don't know.
Well, because Mims is, I mean, I guess what they're saying is he's not playing well, but he gets by the fact that he's like such a good athlete. So, I mean, I agree that his rank is a little low, but he'll get better. As long as he stays healthy, I think he'll get better.
Yeah. I even feel like Eric All's grade's a bit low, but
Well, he's not even graded.
yeah, he is.
Where?
It says tied in Eric All, 64.7.
No, this is Gesicki.
Oh, that's Gesicki. Okay, my bad. What's can you see what his grade is?
I think, yeah. If we go tight ends. Yeah, but basically the same grade as Gesicki. They don't give him a great run block grade. Pass blocking is doing well. I feel like last week he kind of struggled with the run blocking a little bit. I feel like the Ravens kind of we're good at dodging them a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Seems pretty effective to me. I don't know. Because he was part of the reason him and Sample, I think, were the ones that set the screen for Jamar. But I guess that is a passing block. But
Yeah, I don't know what they would count that as, a pass or a run block.
I guess technically it's a pass block because it's a screen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's essentially like a run block because you're just like standing in front of someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, their defensive line seems to be
Good, pretty strong.
yeah, but I think Lawrence is hurt. Fairly confident he might be out.
That'd make a big difference.
But yeah, I was thinking like if the Giants continue to do what they were doing last week, which was basically creating a lot of pressure, getting sacks, I can see where this might be a big week for the screens. Maybe more specifically for the running backs versus like the receivers, but or maybe they could just kind of focus on the run on the weakest part of their defensive line, which might be their defensive end. But I don't know. I kind of like what you said. Well, I would just like them to see them win, however it looks, whether it's ugly. Well, I mean, great. Or honestly, I would like to have a comfortable game where we're just in control the whole time, but it doesn't feel like that's going to be like this at any point this year until we actually see it. But I feel like this could be the game. I feel like this could be the game where the defense kind of performs well and they can build their confidence, but it is going to be away prime time. But I don't know. I do feel like the Bengals are a better team. I do believe the Bengals are a playoff caliber team. I could be wrong because I mean, obviously, if the defense doesn't show any signs of getting better, then it's going to be really hard to turn it around this season. Because I mean, really, what it comes down to, the defense just has to play average. If they play anywhere close to average or above average, then yeah, for sure. But it's just like they've been playing so bad, which is weird because I don't think anyone expected the Bengals defense to play this bad, right? I mean, there was
I thought they'd be pretty good this year, so yeah, it's pretty surprising.
So yeah, I'm hoping maybe the injuries had a lot to do with it, and maybe it was just the, I guess, wrong timing going against the certain teams that we played against early in the year that kind of focused more on the run. Because I don't get a sense that the Giants are going to focus on the run or anything like that. Which I mean, necessarily it wouldn't be a bad plan, but they also pay their quarterback a lot of money too, so I think they kind of expect to pass a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, maybe some deep passes.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I want to say like this is going to be the game that the defense gets like the 3 turnovers or whatever, because I feel like it feels like it can be, but I just got to see it first, you know. So it's just like it feels like we're always going to win ugly until the defense shows signs that they can just play average. Like that's all we're asking them to do is just play average. If the Bengals offense continues to do what they're doing this year, which is playing like an elite offense. But yeah, it just sucks that the defense is just playing the opposite. Because it's basically what it comes down to. It's like the Bengals are top 3 offensive team, and it's like they're almost the bottom or probably the worst defensive team.
Yeah,
they're like 31st or 32nd in defensive stats.
So what's your prediction, or do you want me to go first?
You know what? I'll let you go first.
All right. I'm saying ugly game, so I'm going to go 24-21 Bengals. Oh, got my caps lock back, sorry, don't I? All right. What you got?
I'm thinking. I'm going to say 27 Bengals, 19 Giants.
All right. So you got the Bengals covering plus a win, and but you've got the under, right? 37-46. Yep. And then I've got the Bengals not covering, but winning, and the under.
Nice.
In case we're keeping track. I feel like I need bigger font in here. Font. Nice. Didn't do anything.
Yeah, it just, I guess it doesn't really contrast that well against the blue or the New York helmet.
Do. All right. Well, sorry. I can play with
It looks good enough. I mean, you can read it if you're really paying attention.
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have a reaction Sunday night, late
Yeah.
into the evening.
Yeah. So we're going to react after the game.
Yeah.
We'll have to keep it quick. I got to wake up early. I got to drive in the morning.
Okay.
But, yeah, it should be good. When's the game start? 8:30?
Yeah, I think that's about right. It's like 8:15 or something like that.
Sheesh. I'm getting too old for this kind of crap, man.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll turn my ringer on in case I fall asleep. It'll wake me up.
Well, hopefully they win. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man.
All right. Peace.